Fighting's been, well, martial arts has been a part of my life since as far as I can remember. My dad is a martial artist, and he basically started me out when I could walk. So I made the decision to compete in mixed martial arts after my last football season in California, 2008. So I've been training ever since then to compete, and it's just a passion that I've had since I was a kid. So
football and like your previous life kind of helped you out to form that?
Football definitely helped. Martial arts was definitely my first love. Once I started playing football, I kind of put martial arts on the back burner and got real serious about football when I was in high school. So it was a push to come back to martial arts. It was definitely a big life decision, a life change. I had avenues that I could have taken to play football, but my passion for fighting was much bigger than that. So that's why I do what I do today. So.
Definitely. So tell us what kind of you're doing now, like training and fighting, and kind of what is on your agenda in the present?
Right now, it's train and progress in the sport as much as possible, as well as get as much experience as I can competing in the ring. So right now, a basic day, I wake up in the morning, I get a 2-mile run in, then I get a 2.5-hour workout, get a little break, another 2.5-hour workout, and then at night I finish again with a 2.5-hour workout. So I'm basically living the life of a fighter. I wake up and I'm go all day. So it's just about pushing myself every day to get better. You know, my goals are to be the best 170 fighter in the state of Colorado, and then eventually the world. So I've got to train that way. So.
Wow, definitely. So tell us a little bit about your fight tomorrow. Like, who are you going against? Where is it?
My fight tomorrow is in Denver. It's at Red and Jerry's, which is on Santa Fe and Oxford. It's Rocky Mountain Bad Boy promotion. Now I'm fighting my opponent's name is Josh Kovan. He's a fighter, I believe out of the Denver area. Record is 1-1. The footage that I've seen on him is he's a ground fighter. So we've definitely prepared for that aspect of the fight in case it goes there. But we're definitely just big on going in and fighting my fight, doing the things that I do well, making sure that I don't let him gain control over the fight, that no matter what I do best, and hopefully we get good results out of that. So.
Right. So how are you feeling about this fight?
More confident than I have, than I've been in my previous 3. I think 7 months of training since my last fight has been phenomenal for me. Conditioning, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in, and just all around headstrong. The trainers that I work with, my dad and Tony over at Genesis, and Farron is my wrestling coach. They're just great motivators and keep me going and keep me working hard. And every day is different. So I feel great. I feel like I'm in the best place I could be for this fight, and it's just keep going from here. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about it.
So if you were going to intimidate your opponent, what would you say?
I'm not big on intimidation or trash talk. I try and let what I do in the ring do the talking. But you know, one thing that I can be for sure about is he doesn't work as hard as me. You know, when you put in 10 hours a day and you know that your opponent's he's gotta be pushing it to beat you. So that's one thing is my work ethic and my heart. I don't think it can be matched, especially the 170 division. So.
Awesome. Well, do you have anything else?
What's your style of fighting?
My style is I'm a striker. I'm labeled as a striker. I have taken Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for the last almost 2 years now, and so I do have a ground game, but I prefer to stand up. My black belt is in Taekwondo, my 2nd degree, and I've taken I boxed. I've taken a few different arts, 6 arts in total, most of which are all stand-up and different kind of things like that. So
your 170s, I mean, how hard is it to maintain that weight? You have no problem?
Actually, I cut from 190, so I have a pretty big cut. But I started pretty early. I'm 170 a whole week and a half before my fight, and once I get there, it's really easy to maintain. It's just cutting out all the good stuff that I like to eat. Yeah, you know, your Qdobas and things like that. So, but once I get down there, I feel great. I'm faster, stronger, and so it's more comfortable weight for me to be at. So it's not a problem for me to make 170.
Listen, what's the danger level with this sport? I mean, is it pretty intense out there? Are there a lot of injuries? Have you ever been injured?
It's really intense. The chance for injury is always really high, and we try to minimize that as much as possible. We train hard, we train at fight pace, but we stay stretched, and ice baths, and you know, massages regularly, and all the things that it takes to keep an athlete healthy. Just like any professional sport, you have to have that awareness about you that, you know, injuries are very prone, especially in this sport, full contact fighting. I have not had a serious injury in the octagon yet, so very thankful for that. It's very good to be able to train healthy and go into a fight healthy. I think it makes a huge difference, so I'm very thankful for that.
And what's your record right now?
My record right now is 1-2, so this fight is huge for me to kind of bounce back after the 7 months of break and really get rolling. So I have 2 fights right back to back. I fight July 10th after this, and mid-August after that. So we're gonna roll right into it and hit the state hard. So.
That's awesome. Are you familiar with some of the local fighters up here, like Shane Carwin?
Yeah,
Awesome. So,
definitely.
Is that somebody that you may have trained with, or somebody you kind of look up to?
Definitely look up to Shane. Just his fighting style. And everything like that. Have not had the opportunity to train with him as of yet. My wrestling coach knows his camp over there, so I think in the next few weeks, in preparing for this fight, we're going to try to get up there and train with those guys and see how that goes. But definitely, he's a big name around and somebody I'd like to get in with and work with for sure.
And how do you go about doing that? Do you have to win a certain number of fights? Or?
You know, not really. It's a lot about just, you know, as fighters, we want to train with whoever, and, you know, a record isn't really what we're looking at. You know, we want guys with strengths that are going to help us to train, and I'm positive that that's the same way that Shane is. You know, if you want to train with somebody you're going to push, or they're going to push you, that's just the best way to train. And so if we can, you know, get up there and train with him and you know, maybe push each other, or he'll push me, definitely, that's for sure, all that weight behind him. So that's just something that hopefully in the future we can get to, but as of right now, I'm very comfortable with the camp that I have. A lot of guys in my camp used to compete in full contact fighting years ago, and had the sport been what it is today, you would definitely know their names. So I have guys in my camp that are really good guys. So.
That's awesome.